Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nerds Lair. I'm your host El Juancho, joined by the J Money.
Hey, what's up?
So, and the triumphant return of the Geek Takeover. How's your day?
I'm back. My day's going good.
Oh yeah,
Except for tomorrow's Monday. So,
hell
you
yeah.
know, uh, there's that.
Hey, there's always the day. Hey, but yeah, today part two of our Deadpool Wolverine spoiler discussion. Just Deadpool, no Hawk to Girl, no RDJ as Doom, just Deadpool. And Jay and I already touched on it extensively last the first part, geek. Let the people know. Yeah, spoilers. So, what do you think? First impressions.
Okay, so first impressions, I thought the movie was amazing. I thought it was probably one of the best theatrical experiences I've been in since Endgame. I can't say that I had fun with No Way Home because a lot of the stuff was kind of spoiled ahead of time, but it's nice going into something with surprises still left on the table. Um, from the opening credits, it was just nonstop laughter.
Mhm.
Um, the villains left a little bit to be desired. Um, or not prox. Is
Paradox.
it Paradox? Yeah,
Yeah.
Paradox. She was probably the best villain, and that's not even like saying much. She was just funny.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds delivered, uh, and I can't wait to see more of what they can bring to the table, as well as Daphne Keane. Speaking of Daphne Keane, um, I'm a little still upset that she wanted to go to the premiere, so they had to put her in the trailer. I'm a little upset about that, but Jennifer Garner, she was all right. The cameos that blew my mind. Channing Tatum, that was interesting. I feel like I'm on the other side of the internet where it's like everybody loves it, and I'm like, I'm glad we didn't get this movie, even though I feel like he overacted because that was the point.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes, talk about a surprise. What the hell? And then, of course, Chris Evans. I remember when we were watching it, I remember sitting there and I heard the voice and I smacked man. It was like, oh my God, that's Chris Evans. That's Chris fucking Evans. Um, all in all, it was a great experience. I would say because of the villains, I give it like a 4.7. I can't give it a 5 like the other X-Men movies, but it's definitely a 4.7.
Oh yeah.
He said it's Christopher.
I was like, I know
Jay,
that voice. I know that voice from anywhere.
Christian.
be honest. What did you put together? It was Human Torch, or did you just think it was
So
Cap until like?
I knew the only reason why I knew it was Human Torch was I think I was on Twitter, and like how they have their new like auto video features.
Hmm.
I was watching the video and as I was swiped off it, but it autoplayed and it looked like there was somebody on fire. But I couldn't like it was so like such a bad picture. I couldn't tell what it was really. But I kind of like would put two and two together. So it was.
Oh,
Jay, anything to add? Like you gave
Oh,
it a.
also I keep forgetting Henry Cavill is there. Not gonna lie, after seeing Henry Cavill, I can do without it. I actually would much rather have Daphne Keane as the main MCU Wolverine and just recast Logan if you wanted. But if Henry Cavill's going to work for the MCU, I'd rather see him a different character.
Cam Britton.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. Just the Wolverine it didn't look. I don't know. He looked rough.
Yeah, that looked very last minute. Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe who knows?
maybe,
But
maybe that was the whole point.
yeah,
just to
Maybe.
look a
yeah.
little.
Let's see, Jay, though, you gave it a 9 or a 10. You gave it a 10. Like,
I gave
any
it.
more to add, like, to the movie? Like,
Uh, I mean, I didn't even mention this, but I mean, the music of the movie,
oh yeah,
yeah, like the music of the movie, like that really just made like all the scenes just feel more exciting, you know. Or,
Mhm.
like I keep bringing up the Deadpool core fight or Madonna being in there, like that song with that fight, perfect. I would say,
Put it twice and it didn't get old.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you. Like the music, it's just the as a movie as itself, you could probably say it's not the perfect movie, but as a movie going experience, oh, it's a top five easily.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I just now thought about this practical effects. There was actually a lot of scenes that I saw the behind the scenes of, and
Mhm.
they were practical effects. I was surprised to see some of them.
yeah,
Or one of them was a little bit of nice pool. Um, it was when he got his head exploded. Apparently, that was a dummy, but they did CGI more like blood and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
regenerate.
yeah, regenerate. Gotta be kidding me.
Oh,
Yeah,
and speaking of all the Deadpools, I love that he had his kids play some of the Deadpool variants. I thought that was delightful.
yeah,
Yeah, he, he basically had his whole family in there.
Yeah.
yeah. Put them all to
Uh,
work.
Yeah, it was about his daughter James was one of the
she was. I think she was Kid Pool, and then their son was Baby Pool.
yeah, what's it called? Inez was Kidpool, but James was a mutant in the void that they fought.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
you know they just filmed it during the strike, like when they filmed Thor: Love and Thunder during COVID, and they had to use like some of the cast and crew's family for
yeah,
extras.
yeah. What's it called? Nathan Fillion was there too as Headpool.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, and one of the soccer players of his team
Mm.
was Welsh Pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun
And then
things.
also,
Maybe. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say really quick, second best end credits ever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Fuck, holy shit! I think that when we did our regular show this past week, I had mentioned like I had cried. I will not deny it. I cried during the end credits. It was surprisingly extremely emotional.
Yeah, I was telling that to Jay. Like, I never thought I'd cry during anything about Fan Four Stick, but here we are, just seeing those movies. Yeah. But you talking about the other post credit scene? That one was, and the setup was perfect.
You talking about the with Chris Evans?
Yeah.
That that was so funny, and it's funnier that Chris Evans. I saw a tweet that he memorized the entire dialogue for that because he's like, I don't get a chance because he doesn't get a chance to do that a lot. So I love
Bro got
that
used
for him.
to. He got used to Cap.
I love that for him so much.
What I noticed the first time or the second time seeing it was like, notice how Wolverine didn't like deny it either. He just told Wade, "All right, stop talking now. Stop talking. You're gonna get him killed." Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, we need all the help that we can get.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Then like Cassandra would just boop, turn him into. Yeah. Speaking of Cassandra Nova, Geek, I wanted you brought this up earlier. What are some things like negatives or things you thought they could have done better?
I
You
just
go
thought
a
she
little
was
in depth.
boring. She was just boring to me. Like the best thing about, I mean, like her powers were cool. The way that they displayed her powers were really cool, freaky as hell, but cool. But she wasn't menacing. Like she was brought up to be menacing, but it's like
Pyro just
Elias
shoots her.
to me the build up for Elias is he's more menacing. Well, that might be a stretch, but it's like she didn't give off like you're gonna remember me. like Killmonger. You know, like she just was a boring villain.
But actors did good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I would never take away anything away from like the actors or actresses, but she just, I don't know. It was like Darvin from the Marvels. It
Yeah,
was boring.
yeah. My favorite line though was when was it after Pyro shoots her? It's like it was like if I if I take this off, you won't kill us, right? He's like, no, I'll kill you. He's like, why are you like this? He's like, I don't know. That was funny. That was actually really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, really, just the villain. I think we can all agree the villains were. I don't have any like the CGI looked good too.
I
I don't
I will say this though, she was easily the best villain I think in all any of the Deadpool movies. By
really.
I think so by a mile.
Oh,
Like Ajax is probably the closest you can get because I don't count Cable as the main villain for Deadpool 2. I
yeah,
can't like I to me it's weird to count him as the main villain.
yeah.
It would be
It's like saying 29 is the villain. Yeah,
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 exactly. So it's like I'm counting the fucking kid as the
yeah.
villain. Boring, not boring, but kind of shit.
Well, no, what was the
Ajax,
other guy? There was the other guy, the one in control of
the
the.
pedophile.
Yeah, that guy. I forget his
I
name.
mean, he's a pedophile. You know,
And then
but
there was what Juggernaut.
Ajax, Juggernaut was cool, but he wasn't in long enough to be for me to
Oh yeah,
care.
you're right. You're right. You're
Ajax, boring, one
right.
dimensional.
Yeah,
So she takes that crown, best Deadpool villain.
yeah. But just not even like in the top 10 MCU. We can all agree.
Hell no,
You know.
hell no.
How What do you say? It's the worst or just the middle?
I think she's very mid.
Yeah, we can all agree. So can Jay. Oh, wow. He muted himself.
Yeah, I think I heard somebody call for him, but
We can, talk about Easter eggs, whatnot. Ooh,
uh,
timeline stuff.
yeah, oh yeah, anchor beings. I love the idea of anchor beings.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that
and
makes you wonder who's what for what universe too.
well,
There's been
so
theories going around for like the sacred timeline.
I
Yeah,
feel like for the sacred timeline, with it not only because it's obviously it's a now thing. So I mean, before you probably would say it would have been Tony Stark. I feel like now if they can piggyback off of, or if they can make work it out with Sony, it'd be Tom Holland.
yeah,
If they can't, maybe Benedict Cumberbatch, maybe.
yeah.
Uh,
Maybe Captain Marvel.
that would be my third. If I had to pick a third guess, she would be it. Or
Fourth.
Thor?
Well, I was also gonna say maybe Sam Wilson because he's
No,
Cap.
I would say Wanda would be more than Sam Wilson.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe
but
Loki or well,
see, I was thinking Loki, but I was like, wow, but he technically did die.
yeah,
So it's like I can't say Loki.
yeah,
Uh, but I do love the idea. Um,
yeah. It's interesting moving forward, and yeah.
so while Jay's muted, and I don't know where else you want to go with this since you guys have already done your review. Um,
We can just talk about
where,
it.
huh?
I said we can just talk about anything.
Wait, so I have two questions. My first one is there's a rumor which I don't there's like almost little to nothing to back it up, but the Marvel's post credit scene apparently takes place on the same Earth. Like, all right, so I have three questions. One, do you buy that rumor? And two, if you do buy that, how do you see that like playing out in the future?
Personally, I don't only because Wolverine states. Well, wasn't like the rumor also like 2 years apart or something like
Yeah, I think so
that?
technically.
Yeah, because like Wolverine said they're pretty much all dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, I guess that wouldn't make sense.
But hypothetically, let's just say B survived. Maybe
But
I
he
could.
had said Charles. He had said the professor wanted to
Yeah,
be notified. So okay, yeah, no, that makes no sense when you put it that way. So
yeah,
that takes that out of there.
yeah.
Now for
But
my
there is nothing saying there could have been any other mutants who survived. So you gotta
true,
also, yeah,
true. But that leads me to my third question: is what's next for Deadpool or Deadpool and Wolverine? So obviously we know Secret Wars. I think we're fairly certain is a shoe in. Do you think Doomsday? Yes or no?
I say yeah.
For both, for all three, because I'm including Daphne Keene as well.
I'd say Doomsday's post credit scene.
Is where they go, where they all go to Battle World and they wake up or start
Yeah,
waking up.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then they'll
Do
play a
you,
bigger role in Secret Wars, or at least Deadpool and
yeah,
Wolverine. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Now, oh, at least Wolverine. Maybe
yeah.
not Deadpool, but
Well, we do
um,
gotta see why Thor was crying.
I love that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and then do you see like what could you see? Like, could you see a Deadpool 4 branching out from this? Could you see uh, not X-23 projects bouncing off of this? Do you see a Gambit resurgence? Like, based off the characters, do you think there's any like sequels that you could see physically happening? Because I also agree with the Earth with the Marvels and Deadpool happening. But my only difference is I don't see them showing up in Doomsday. I think it's just set for Secret Wars.
Hmm. I'd see a fourth Deadpool's though, and given how it's doing, yeah, it's more likely. The only question is, does Hugh Jackman come back?
Uh, I'm gonna go with no because I think in Secret Wars, I think Secret Wars what that's gonna do is it's going to quite literally close the book on some of these characters. So like, I could see Tobey Maguire, Hugh Jackman, and Tony Stark's all three of their characters, whether Tony Stark or I don't know, I said Tony Stark, I meant Robert Downey Jr. Whether RDJ is playing Tony Stark or Doom or both, I could see all three of their characters dying. So that way, the fans can stop being, "Where's Toby? We want Hugh. Where's RDJ?" It's because they're dead. You
Maybe
know,
I know you want Amazing Spider-Man 3, but maybe Andrew too. Maybe.
maybe I could. I mean, yeah, I could see it actually happening because I feel like that's a good way for them to close the doors on a lot of these characters to stop fans from wanting this to happen.
Oh, Jay's back now.
Yeah, sorry, I got to do
I got a
something.
phone call. It's alright,
No,
man. We forgive you. Alex, I do. I don't know about Geek.
Well, I don't know if did you hear the question or do you want me to repeat it, Jay?
yeah, yeah. I didn't hear the question.
So I was asking him. I had asked him a couple questions, but I'm going to ask you one. Where do you see Deadpool Wolverine leading? Do you see a Deadpool 4? Do you see X-23 sequels? Do you see a Gambit resurgence? What's next for Deadpool and crew minus Secret Wars?
I feel like it's gonna jump straight to Doomsday. Like,
So you think they're going to both Wolverine and Deadpool are in Doomsday?
yeah, I think them two and X-23 would be Doomsday. I think that's like the only place where they can actually fit and not really have to mess with too much because we already know Doomsday and Secret Wars. Everyone's gonna be there basically. Like it's a given at this point. So throw them in there.
I wanted to add a. I was telling Jay too. Like, notice how was it Hunter B? Why do I forget the
15.
B-15? Yeah, even Paradox said like they told Deadpool, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be needed soon." And like Paradox, like I have a feeling you two are gonna be needed. So definitely, they have some plans there.
But I wonder if they're just saying that because of like maybe they're putting together like a multiversal team,
Yeah,
and maybe they're just like if we have across like a being like already Days Doom, we'll need you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have one last thing to say about Deadpool Wolverine, really, unless there's anything else you guys want to add.
Mm, can't really think of anything. Fun ass movie.
Where do you see the box office now? Now that like we've seen how successful it's done, what is the rough estimate that you can see it finishing at? Because right now, let me see if I can look it up, and I'll give you the number that it's sitting at right now. Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's see. It is currently sitting at a box office of $824.1 million. What do you think it's going to where do you see it ending at?
I think it could be $1 billion. I think it could actually do it.
I'd say same. If not, it'll get really close.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's if Inside Out 2 did $1 billion, this is definitely going to hit $1 billion.
Yeah.
Do you think could you see this passing Inside Out 2?
Ooh.
And because Inside Out 2 is now the 10th highest grossing movie of all time.
Yeah, it passed what, the first Avengers?
Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So could you see this maybe taking it?
Maybe. It depends, like, because you got, a couple movies coming soon.
Yeah, you have Romulus. What, 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
And
then you.
Oh, sorry. And I was gonna say, did you say that was worldwide?
Yes. I think the number says it should hit $1 billion. I think by like Tuesday or something.
Oh. He's cooking. What does man cook?
But I see this. I could see this. Hold on, let me look at Inside Out's 2 box office before I say what I see this ending at. Inside. If I can type. Inside Out 2. Their box office is sitting at 1.5 billion or 1.5 billion basically. So I see this because I don't see Inside Out 2 getting much more. I can see Deadpool hitting probably maybe 1.4 billion, maybe 1.5.
Yeah, not bad assumption.
Yeah. Well, we can't deny this. Can't deny the success here.
Oh no, it's a great movie. I think we're gonna try and go watch again this week.
Be what, your second time?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Said this before. I'll say again. I don't think I've laughed this much in a movie in a while.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
my god, the whole bye.
Yeah.
So fucking funny.
Oh,
Keep my country's name out your mouth. That whole opening scene and credits
the
is
way he threw that
amazing.
sword, just boing.
Or when he does the claws and it gets stuck in one guy and stuck in another guy, he's like, "Just make it stop! I'm trying."
What do you say? How did Mangle do it? And then he's trying to keep them, and it's like back and forth. Like,
just make it stop. He's sick bastard.
Wait, what did he say before the Canada thing? He's like, oh, Wolverine was the only good thing to come out of there.
I don't remember.
Something like that. And then he's just like, Wolverine just wants full fail mode. Geek. Well, what do you think of the car scene? Because I'm always talking with Jay about that.
I love that. I thought that was so funny and so good.
He
And the
cooked
fact
him.
that even for the fact that just for a split second, Ryan Reynolds was able to keep it serious as Deadpool is amazing. My only complaint is that when I saw Greatest Showman on the soundtrack, I was thinking, okay, during a big fight, they're going to be blasting that. Nope. For a nanosecond, it was played in that damn minivan. And that actually bothered me. Because it's like a blink and you miss it. So, but I think that minivan fight scene, honestly, is probably one of the best moments in the movie.
Yeah.
I think Hugh Jackman delivered, and just based off the film or the movies coming out this year, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Deadpool and Wolverine at least gets one kind of Academy nomination, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's like Hugh Jackman for Best Supporting Actor.
Question is, do you guys think the more on the personal? Do you guys is this your favorite movie of the year? Like number one?
For right now, but I think Gladiator 2 is going to take that because that genuinely looks like it's going to be an amazing movie.
Yeah, I'd say for right now, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Jason's like, yeah, don't even ask.
Yeah, like
Like what's its competition? Kong versus God, or not Kong, Kong X Godzilla? Okay. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? Getting there. Bad Boys? Bad Boys is a good one.
I'm just talking about more so like not even just like great acting and whatnot. I mean, there's great acting here, but I just feel like a fun film experience. This movie just it's got
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's up there with In-Game Infinity War and No Way Home.
Yeah.
I would say like it's in that conversation for just a fun all around experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, side thing, we didn't talk about the first part. It's not really a big deal. I'm surprised Pyro kind of played a role. I just thought they were gonna just throw him there just for the sake of it, but hey.
Well, I'm more annoyed that when Johnny flamed on, that Pyro was just like, nope. Like I was like, that's kind of lame.
yeah,
Because like Johnny is not that weak.
yeah. I was like, that wouldn't even make sense because he's an infinite source of fire. So if he takes it, he's just gonna keep or igniting again. I'm like, how did that even happen?
And also, speaking of how it happened, how the hell did he not die when he fell?
Yeah. Oh,
That
dude,
was
how
never
gruesome.
made clear for me. Like he scorpioned and whacked his family jewels.
Hey man, he just
He should have broken his neck. Like, there's no. Yeah.
And
I will
where
say
was Cable and Domino?
that is true.
Where was even a mention of where they were?
Also, we're talking about the. I forgot to bring this up in the first part, and you didn't have to do it, but with all the X-Men gone, Wolverine didn't even say hi to Colossus because they're in the same scene in the end.
Maybe
He's
his
like,
X-Men didn't have a Colossus.
yeah, he's like, hey, shiny guy.
Maybe he didn't have one.
Yeah, true.
You're a Russian.
But I would also like to point out, I love that because they couldn't use Tom Holland because of Sony. I love that Marvel Disney was like, you know what? This random Iron Man 2 kid that everybody says is Peter Parker, even though legally it's not, is now Peter Parker. Like I love that. Like if you don't know the rumor, you wouldn't get it because they had the. I think that was amazing.
Speaking of that scene, the way he was cooking happy, and we like you're an Avenger too. What's your superpower? Parallel parking. Yeah.
I was so confident that Robert Downey Jr. was gonna cameo and just be like, "Is he gone now?" Little did I know, he cameos later on in a couple days.
Yeah. He just is.
Masturbating. Yeah, no, it's. Oh yeah, poor Deadpool. He's just getting canceled. I thought you were retired. I know you. Me and you were having a conversation about a geek. I really liked his look in this movie, Blades.
So there's two things I didn't really care for.
The goatee.
One, yeah, I didn't really like the goatee. It looks weird. Two, where the hell was the katana? The machete was cool. Where the hell was the katana?
He lost it.
Hey, dude. Some motherfuckers are still trying to skate uphill.
I can't wait because Sideshow has I don't know what hard on they had for Deadpool, but like they decided to make so many Deadpool hot toys of Wade, Lady Pool, babe. They have a baby pool hot toy. Like if they're doing that, I'm like, okay, are we going to like? Could you imagine if they do a Blade, Gambit, X? Like, I would,
Laser.
I would die. And I hope there's a pop line with them in that because I would get that.
Oh yeah. Maybe like a 4-pack of X-Men
While they're in
3.
the van.
Someone pointed out too, or it's been pointed out, Elektra's wearing Daredevil's belt. I'm like, that's kind of
Yeah, yeah.
Oh damn! I didn't
Alpha
I
couldn't
love the
make it. He's like, you
little.
can wear my belt.
Yeah, that was probably an awkward call. They're like, all right, we have a choice between either Affleck or Gardner. Affleck's going to cost this much, and Gardner's going to be a little bit cheaper. Let's go with the cheaper.
yeah.
I just like how she's like, I'm Elektra, and Deadpool's like, yeah, who could forget?
I said what?
Yeah. And the cameos worked. They didn't feel forced in or like,
Yeah,
they had great chemistry.
like
Yeah,
at
Yeah.
that point, at that point, they wasn't even considered cameos. I would just consider them supporting roles because
oh yeah, no, those were even Chris Evans. I would consider a supporting role.
Yeah.
I would say like Toad. That was a cameo.
Yeah.
all those guys that
Sabretooth?
Yeah, that's a cameo.
like the mutants that was showed up like Azazel, Lady Deathstrike, Bullseye, um, all of them I would consider
Yeah.
cameos.
Juggernaut?
Mm,
Yeah, I would
I
say
don't know if I would say that's a cameo.
What, Juggernaut?
Yeah, because I mean, technically, he had a role.
He appeared twice. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. Plot device.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, true. But like, yeah, I would consider those guys cameos. But Gambit, Blade, Elektra, Johnny, they actually all had a purpose and elevated the story. I was like, wow.
Poor Gambit. He got his old movie pruned.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm not sad about that.
It's funny because people are now realizing that in the post-credit scene, when he was walking up to the screen,
Monitors.
yeah, like when he was walking up to show Johnny saying all that stuff, you can see a screen where Gambit is going back to his original universe. I was like,
Oh?
wow. I was like, so they are still alive. So Blade is back, Elektra, they're all there.
Yeah. Blade got impaled.
He's a
But he
hero.
just
Yeah, I
walked it
was
off.
I was so scared that I was mainly scared that X-23 was going to die because like I'm so confident and hell bent on Marvel and Disney just being like, you know what, it's easier to just hire her than to recast Logan.
Well, I mean, he can't die. Got adamantium.
That's not how healing factors work. Fuck!
I just gotta love Wolverine walking with Dogpool. Everyone just stops shooting. Hold your fire.
Oh, but how could you if you bring up Dogpool and then this? How can you not bring up Peter Pool?
You do. He's a
And
legend.
well, he's a legend for one thing.
Oh, you mean B 15? Hating on
Well,
him?
She knows why he's a legend. She saw.
I just like there was this awkward silence and where I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, I desperately want the next time we see B-15 that Peter's just in her lap and they're just making out.
That's freaking Peter. Peter.
I'm so glad that we replaced who was it TJ Miller, right? Yeah, the douchebag, the piece of shit. Yeah, I'm so glad that he got replaced by Peter.
Yeah.
Because you know if he wasn't a piece of shit, that would have been him.
Yeah. For the next one, I do wish what's it called, the Deadpool, like they served a purpose here, obviously, but they have a bigger role next time.
I wish Blake and Ryan would have shared at least some time together. Like he was about to cut her head off, and he's like, "I'm in love with you."
Was it her playing her, or did she just do the
Yeah,
voice?
no, I'm pretty sure she played her.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was the whole thing.
And
Yeah.
speaking of her playing Lady Pool, let's pour one out for any of our Swifties. They got their hearts broken.
Just to think that was probably one of the fake leaks that they planted.
I guess EW was right. I blame J Money. He's the one who leaked it on his Reddit.
You just can't be best friends anymore.
Yeah, you switched up, man. I'll leave the severe.
Shoot.
No, but it can't be stressed enough. Go watch this movie. Well, I assume if you're watching this, you've seen it already. Go watch it again.
Yeah.
And again,
That's not a cheap night. Yeah, buy it. Whatever. Stream it when it does.
Watch it a third time.
Yeah, third time, sixth time, 20th time.
And then when it comes to Disney Plus, watch it again. Another 2 more times.
I hope that when he comes to Disney Plus, like for at least for like a week, he takes over. Like how all the Marvel Twitter handles changed.
Oh, yeah.
I would love it like if the Disney Plus logo just changes.
He's just on top of the plus.
Deadpool Plus.
His sword is doing like a little half circle.
Yeah. The only last thing I want to add is whenever we see him again, it's not of if, it's can't wait to it's gonna be interesting to see him interact with like the broader Marvel universe, like him having a conversation with Thor, see why he's crying, or him with Doctor Strange, him with Spider-Man, all that stuff. Sam Wilson.
Oh my god, when he's gonna see Sam as cabbage, he'll be like, "You're black."
I mean, he's already gotten canceled, so
I know that's exactly what's gonna happen. He's like, "Oh my god, what happened to you, Steve?"
He's just looking at him.
or I see. I don't because Batista said he's done, but imagine him with Drax, or him with like Korg or Luis, or
Well, technically, he's already been with Korg.
Yeah.
oh yeah, the little the
Free guy.
promotion, free guy.
Yeah, I was like, yo, they should have had Korg in this movie. Just him chilling, with all this friends.
No. We're gonna see in 2 years, maybe.
Yeah, until we get behind the scene photos.
Yeah.
Stay away from the internet, or don't spoil stuff. Don't do that. Yeah, like they'll listen, but
And speaking of spoilers and behind the scenes stuff, have y'all been seeing that picture of Cyclops in his
Oh yeah, I think that was like a fan film or something, or I don't know.
Yeah, and I was like, people were saying that it was coming out when all the set photos. I was like, I've never seen this until now.
I've seen it before. I just don't know where. I think it was like a fan film.
One I saw that I think, well, I assume it was a fan film or something. It was some bald guy wearing like a weird I don't know, like a mocap, like a orange mocap,
Oh,
and people thought, oh, it's the thing, you know.
uh,
Mm.
Yeah,
I mean, a mocap suit that could be anybody.
yeah,
Or it could be nobody.
Yeah, or it could be nobody.
or it's just Peter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no.
I've been seeing that photo. I was like, wow, I've never seen this until now. So I was like, when did someone make this?
The one last thing I'll add is, I've been going back and forth. Is like you didn't really need that for the story they were trying to tell, but I am just a little surprised we didn't see more of the X-Men original ones. Like I thought James Martin
Uh,
was a bad.
that's because they're probably gonna all show up in Secret Wars.
That too. They're saving them. Do you guys see any of these other ones? Like obviously Deadpool, Wolverine, and Laura we talked about. You guys see like Blade coming back or
No, I don't think it. I think that was it for like the post credit scene or not the post credits, the end credits is goodbye to pretty much all of those characters for the most part. The only ones that you will see come back are the important ones. So I'm talking both.
Wolverine,
Yeah,
Deadpool, and
yeah.
Laura?
Well, yeah,
Don't
and
don't
then
forget Dopehinder.
I would love that. Yeah. But no,
he
I feel
just
like
he just hits Doom with a taxi.
no, he tries to, and he just catches it. But no, like
I,
Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Halle Berry are probably the three that I can see for sure coming back. I think, and Kelsey Grammer because I guess he already is back. But
Oh yeah.
besides that, like I don't see any of the other cast returning. I
maybe
would love it,
Scott.
but no, I don't think so.
You
I
don't
mean,
think?
I guess they would need a Scott and Jean, but I just don't see it. I feel like Halle Berry is more popular.
Yeah.
To me, my
Hey Scott, we're gonna see Scott in December with Blue Hedgehog.
Oh,
Yeah, bro. Like,
I was like, what?
wonder if they talk to like or try to bring back the young ones,
I
the
don't
young
think
X
so.
Men. No,
I don't think so.
yeah. You think for them it's done?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey,
I was,
the only one I'd beg to have if you can just give me one, Michael
Fassbender.
Fassbender. That'd be
Like
my
no
pick.
hesitation. No
Yeah.
hesitation.
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like they would use them if they won't be able to get the original. So like, say for example, Jean Grey. If they can't get the original, I forgot her name.
Famke Janssen.
Huh?
Famke Johnson.
Yeah, her. Like if they can't get her, then they'll get the one from like the new.
Sophie Turner.
So turning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They should just get you, Jay.
but I feel like they're only going to go for the original X Men because they'll have the original Avengers, and
Yeah.
it's like who is a Marvel fan that has not ever thought about seeing them on screen together?
Yeah. And Hugh Jackman's gonna be coming back till he's 90, guys. Come on. Till he's 90.
Maybe.
It's like, hey, there's already another Wolverine. Nah, he's Hugh Jackman. Just call him on the phone, Feige. And that joke worked twice. Like, usually, when movies repeat jokes, I'm like, all right, you're overdoing it. But this movie, I was it did humor and a good balance of humor and emotion. Yeah, we'll be talking about this for a long time.
Generation.
Forever and ever.
Yeah. Deke, will you finally break and get the 4K mount?
No.
Oh,
The only physical media that I'll get post Phase 4 are going to be the Avengers movies.
oh. Assuming they still.
Yeah, if they still make DVDs by then.
Damn, I just said that. Anyways, I guess that wraps it up.
Yeah.
Unless you
Yeah,
guys want to add something.
I'm good.
Yeah. We all like it. Or how does this rank with the? It's just three movies, but I assume we all have a similar list for like the
For
Deadpool movies.
3-1-2. That's the only right order.
Well, I'd say three, or wait, two, and then three, and then one. But I
Wow.
haven't seen one in a while, so hey, I really like the first Deadpool. Jay, I think Jay's similar to yours, or Jay's the same as yours. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the only right order.
yeah. Hey, but let's not underestimate. Both all the Deadpool movies have been fun. They have not missed.
Yeah, they're all great. And
Yeah,
that's what I was. That's what I was gonna get ready to say. I was like, I don't think two is bad.
yeah.
Bitch
People
ass
will hate on
nigga.
two sometimes. It's like no, it's a fun movie. It's not a perfect one, but
No,
yeah,
they just couldn't catch the same lightning in the bottle.
that is true. That happens, and that's not always a bad thing. But you can say they did with this one. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
they sure cooked.
Mm-hmm.
we were doing just fine, asshole. Mhm. Fine indeed.
Oh yeah. What did he say to that guy who was hitting on Deadpool? He's like, take your time. He's like, really? I was like, no, you boob.
It
Yeah.
said he's getting ready to call his wife, telling him he's dumping her.
I'm calling HR. Hey, does your wife work at HR? Bro
Yeah.
thought he was gonna get something on his face.
He was smiling really hard.
Yeah, the proposal. But yeah, that wraps it up for part two.
Yeah.
Returning co-star Geek. Where can people find you?
You can find me on social media at legendary_Freeman98.
Or what about in the void? Or you don't go there
No,
anymore?
I'm too good to be pruned.
It's like the TVA comes to Geek. It's like no, 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 no. You
No,
push
no,
her the
no.
timeline. No, 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 just no.
No,
Halt.
no. We do not do that here.
Yeah. Jay, however, Jay's been to the void. But Jay, where else can they find you?
They can find me at JMoneyDJ on Instagram.
Yeah. Or you'll avoid them by levitating. You'll like try to zap you. It's like, oh. I like how Deadpool pruned one of the guys in the beginning. That scene is just perfect. And the dance.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah. So gone viral for a reason. You know? Hell
Yeah,
yeah. And
ain't no love in this
stop it. It's gonna get stuck more. But yeah, you can follow me at Juancho on socials, Culture Shock. You can see us watching Deadpool again and
Most
again and
likely.
again. Yeah, and we'll be back next time. And take care, nerds.
Au revoir.
Yeah,
Peace.
make make an educated wish.